If you and your team have been struggling to make consistent content, even though you have plenty of experts, that's normal. The bottleneck isn't usually ideas, it's production. Today, I want to walk you through what I like to call our content machine. I'm going to show you exactly what we do, what tools we use, and how you can do it for you or your team. What exactly is the content machine? The content machine is a done for you process where our clients send us somewhere between a 10 and 20-minute video on whatever frequency we've decided, and it's a little bit different for everybody. We turn that around to at least 12 pieces of content that they can use throughout the month, year, however they choose. And we even have tips on how you can make this evergreen, reoccurring content that never goes dark. Now, before I get into the technical setup, I want to talk a little bit about the overall setup, the onboarding process. Because this is important, and if you're doing this on your own, you need to know these are the steps before you start producing content. The first thing we do with our clients is we have a consultation and onboarding meeting. And during that time, we're collecting all of their assets, brand guides, logos, colors, brand voice, basically who they're talking to and how they're talking to them. Without those details, it's never going to sound like you. Keep that in mind if you're doing this on your own. Make sure that you have very clear brand guidelines and very clear understanding of who you're speaking to and how you're speaking to them. The next thing you want to do is an analysis and a competitive analysis. Take a look at where you've been, what you've done, what's been productive, what's been successful, and what your competitors are doing. A lot of what we're focused on right now is YouTube. It's video. And this whole process sort of hinges on video. So it is really important to be able to analyze your current YouTube channel, if you have one, or at least your competitors. And there is a nice little tool out there called VidIQ, VidIQ, and I'll put a link to it in the description. It's an add-on for your Chrome browser, and it allows you to get more details on your competitors and on other people's YouTube channels, as well as your own. There is a paid and a free version, and it's been useful for us in being able to do that analysis more quickly and even get content ideas and video ideas. The third piece of our setup, our process with a new client before we start creating content for them, is actually creating the production pieces. For us, what we use is custom GPTs. I have another video on how to create custom GPTs, but I highly recommend something like this. You should have a fully trained AI assistant for your production that also has uploaded knowledge bases. It's familiar with your ideal client profile, with your branding, with your products and services. Trust me, it will save you hours of time and keep your content consistent. And this is also key if you ever plan on having somebody help you with your content, because again, this helps with that consistency. So even if you're doing it yourself now, build these processes on the back end so that it's easier to hand off later on. Now let's talk about the actual production process, the month in and month out repeatable content machine. What this looks like is our client sends us a video, 10 to 20 minutes typically for a video length. We're going to polish it, and that's usually for us step one. We are using Descript for video editing, and there's a link to that down in the description as well. There are other video editing platforms. I know a lot of people really like CapCut. Personally, we like Descript, and I'm going to show you why. I'm actually going to show you inside of Descript and a couple of the key features that we're using for this content machine. Our clients send us a video. We do some video polishing for that video. We clean it up a little bit. Then we use Descript to pull out some key clips, 20-second, 10-second clips in this video. So we're using AI for this process. Our goal is to get 3 really good clips. Now, this could be vertical, this could be horizontal, it could be both. The goal is to get clips that we can use on social as shorts and reels and stories from this long form content, bringing it down to short form content. So what we do is we ask Descript for 6 clips, with the end result being that probably 3 of them are not going to be great. This is where the human in the loop comes in. We analyze how good of a job it did. We don't just take everything we get. We do some light editing to those clips, just like we did some cleanup on the long form video. And if the first 6 aren't good, we'll pull 3 more, or maybe we'll even use ChatGPT, upload the transcript, ask it to pull 3 if we're really having a hard time. The next stop in the editing process is still within Descript. Descript has a few more AI tools that we use, and we pull a transcript before switching over to a custom GPT for our content machine. At this point, I'm actually going to give you an inside look at how this all works. Okay, so here we are inside of Descript, and you're looking at an older video of mine. I recorded this back in 2025 in May. It's on social content cues, which is another part of the content engine that I'm going to be covering. That's part of the reason I bring this video up. It is one of those final pieces when we get into the distribution and how you can make this content evergreen and make it work for you is by using the content cues inside of HighLevel or Marketecs Engine. Again, more on that in a few minutes. But when you bring in a video into Descript, this is what it looks like. You have your transcription here on the left. You can turn your captions on, you can set up captions, you can create custom captions, and we do this for all of our clients. We make sure everything is on brand. As far as the video editing, there are some AI tools here. You can remove filler words automatically. We're a little careful with that because sometimes it will see the word like or the word so in a place that it shouldn't and try to remove it. We do some human editing process for that, but we may ask it to highlight them. You can remove retakes, you can shorten word gaps. This is one that I use quite often. You can edit for clarity. It will actually take out some of the sections that it feels are unnecessary to the video content, and that can be helpful. But you'll always want to look back and read through and watch through to see what the editing did and if you're happy with it. Then you can use the eye contact piece, which back during this video, and you can actually see it here, I was using this because I was having a hard time with trying to read a script and looking at the camera. And these were some of my first videos, and the content is good, but the delivery is pretty bad. So I was using this eye contact piece and it looks a little creepy. I don't recommend that one, even though it sounds like it would be an awesome idea. Here's the create clips version. And I haven't done that yet with this video. You'll see here, I have one composition. It is the full length video. This is a 7-minute video, so it's not super long, but I am going to show you exactly what it does when I ask Descript to create clips. And you can see here, I'm going to say 5 clips. We'll increase this to 8 just for the fun of it. I can change the layout. Right now it's set for horizontal, but I can change that. We actually have some saved layouts as well. I can pick a specific topic, although I haven't found a huge difference when I do that. I'm going to find my custom layout, my Marketecs layout, which has all my branding colors, and we do that for all of our clients as well. I'm going to hit submit, and this is going to take a few minutes to pull out what AI believes are the most important clips. And you can see it took a few seconds. Now I have a couple different compositions, the full length as well as the clips. And I can grab one of these and see how well it did. And you'll see how it has a different transcript. I can even add more back in. You can go from having to post a blog once a week to just adding to your blog category once a month. And that is talking about the content cues. In this case, I would probably want to make this a lot smaller. This is an example of where I would have to do a little bit of editing on this one. Or pick a different clip. See this one, I'm actually on camera. So this is one I might prefer. Like I said, we'll pick 6 and hope that we get at least 3. The total output goal for our content machine is a long form video, a blog article for your website with great SEO and AEO features, 3 short clips vertically, 3 short clips horizontally, a couple of social media posts with images related to the blog and the video. The video will be embedded in the blog article, a newsletter, and all of this results in about 12 pieces of content. And if you pick really good video topics, then this can be evergreen content. And then you can create those social cues in HighLevel that recycle. So after doing this for even as little as 3 to 6 months, you could have enough content to recycle for an entire year, and then just have to create a new video maybe once a quarter to add new fresh content for your content engine. After we get the video from our client, we upload it to Descript, we make those little clips, we then download the long form video, we download the short form videos that we're happy with. We also download the transcript, and that transcript becomes pivotal to the next step in our process. And before we leave Descript, we will actually use AI to do a few more things because there's a couple more nice little features in there that Why not while you're in there? Let's go back, take a quick look, and then we're going to jump over to a custom GPT and I'm going to show you the process on the other end of this. We are back in Descript. I'm going to go back to my full length composition all the way out to my AI options. And then you'll notice under publish, Descript will help us come up with a title, a summary, draft show notes, a YouTube description, social posts, and a blog draft. I grab all of these while I'm in here, as well as the transcript we're going to use to help feed into the next step in our process. At this point, I create a document with all those notes, the transcript, and I have all the videos that I've exported. Now I'm done with Descript. My next step is to go over to my content machine producer. Here we are in a custom GPT that I built called the Marketecs Content Machine Producer. This is specific to my company, and we build one of these for every one of our clients that we work with so that it's specific to their company, their ideal client profile, their branding, etc. And this is what I recommend you build for your company as well. From here, I take all of that stuff I just exported from Descript. I take the transcript, I take all of those notes, and I'm going to upload them here. And because this has all the instructions of everything I want to do with that content, that's all I really have to do since I built this. Let me show you how it works. I'm uploading the notes document, which included the title ideas and all those other things from Descript. Basically, I just asked it to give me all those, copied and pasted them into a document. And then I'm uploading the actual transcript. I don't even have to give it a prompt because all of that is built in on the back end. Now it's going to analyze these two items I just uploaded. It's going to analyze its instructions and the prompts built into the back end of this custom GPT, and you're going to see what it gives me for an output. Here's our intake summary. It tells us what this is all about, what kind of links it's going to, the content angle, talking about building it once and recycling forever, which is our goal with this machine. Then it gives me some title options that are SEO and EO friendly, less than 70 characters, just going by YouTube best practices. Out of those, it determines which title would be best. It gives me a YouTube description telling me where to put the links, and I could even build in the exact links that I wanted with this. It tells me the chapters and descriptions, keyword tags, comment that I might want to put when I'm publishing this. Now it starts getting into what it's recommending for the short form content. I already pulled my short form clips, so I may not need these recommendations. But if for some reason I was having a hard time with Descript, it wasn't pulling good clips, these would be alternative options. It's also going to tell me which ones would be best. Now we go into social posts. It's giving me ideas for 6 drafted social posts, and then it's expanding on what it believes to be the top 3 using multiple formats: Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now it's giving me social image options, information about the guidance on what the images should look like, some word overlays, a NanoBanana prompt in case I want to use AI to create this image, or details to use Canva to create this image. That was image 1, this is image 2, and image 3. Next, I have an entire blog article. I have the meta title, the description, and this is all SEO and AEO friendly. I have an initial message, which is really good for AEO. It wants that quick win of what this article is about. Then it tells me where to embed the YouTube video. It continues on and gives me the rest of the article. Step 1, step 2, takeaways. Of course, you want to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure it is adhering to all the best practices. It's accurate. You don't want to make any edits, but you can really do that in the publication phase. You can take all this, copy and paste it to where you want, and edit it as you're publishing. You see, I've got links, I've got FAQs, which again are good for AEO. Now we move on to number 7, the newsletter. This is giving me subject lines, preview text, the actual body, and a resend to non-openers, which is a specific high-level feature as well. And we're going to get into how you're actually going to distribute all this and make it evergreen using HighLevel in just a minute. We have our subject line, our body, and then it does a quick quality check to make sure that it hit all the points. It also gives some quick options of anything it might have missed. For example, I did not see a thumbnail for YouTube, so it's correct. I do need those. And that is what I would ask for next is 3 NanoBanana prompts for YouTube thumbnails. So you can see here how much content was just generated from this. And it's pretty awesome, all from only a 7-minute video, which you really do want to try and get over 8 minutes for YouTube. So mine wasn't even an awesome example, but it just created all of this content. This is enough content to get me through at least a few weeks. And if I spread it out and had 2 of these each month and alternated which ones I was sharing, I would really only need to do this about 6 times to have a whole bunch of content for my business. Now, one of the things it gave us here was some NanoBanana prompts. I'm going to copy one of these and show you how quickly you can make really good images using NanoBanana. You can go to aistudio.google.com and choose the NanoBanana Pro, put in that prompt it gave you, and add your logo. If you want a picture of yourself in there, like if it is a YouTube thumbnail, add a really clear picture of yourself, and then hit run. I tend to use NanoBanana in a little different format. I use it on a site called file.ai. I'm actually going to go to one of these images I used before because it already has my stuff uploaded, my images and my logo. I'm just going to replace this prompt with the one I just had, hit create, and I didn't change the ratio. It says 1:1 square, so we'll see what it does. All right, so while that's generating, I do want to show you Marketecs Engine or HighLevel and where you go next to distribute all of this the most efficient way. Here I am in Marketecs Engine. I am in a demo account, but I do have the social planner connected so that I can show you what these content categories look like. Once you have 10 social media posts, you would come into marketing and into the social planner, and you'll see here there's a calendar view, which I really prefer. You would just click the plus here on any day to schedule a post. You choose where you want it to show up. So you put in your text, you put in your image, and you can put in your text from your custom GPT, right? So everything is copy and paste at this point. We put in our text, we add our image. You can add the first comment, which comments definitely help with engagement. That I would recommend, and you can see here on the preview where that shows up. The other thing you can do is create and add this to a category. When you create categories and as you add content to categories, it's like filling a bucket. And once you fill this bucket to a certain level, you can turn it on and share content from this bucket once a week indefinitely. And so as long as this content is not seasonally specific or holiday specific, putting content in categories is super helpful and will set you up for the future. I'm going to go ahead and schedule this for a future date because it's a terrible post and I don't really want it to go out. And I'm going to pick a time. I picked a date. I'm going to schedule. And now you can see what this looks like here on the calendar. We can go to content and we can see our category cues here. I just put that post in a category called questions. You have the options of enable future posts and prioritizing new content. You can choose what days. You could have it go every day, 3 times a day, and it would just cycle through whatever posts are in there. If you had 300 posts in your content queue, then you could definitely have this go multiple times. If the cues are very specific, like they're just testimonials or just tips or just memes, I typically only do once a week with these. If you have dumped all of your content into a single category and you have a ton of posts in there, then you could probably post it 3 times a week and it's not going to hurt anything because it is going to cycle that. But we queue up these posts and you can add these posts and create this whole content category, this whole queue. It says here it's going to do 1 post per week. There's 0 in here because the one I scheduled isn't showing up in here yet. It's not live. You can edit your queue. You can pause it. You can make it active if you have content in there. You can view your calendar for your content queue. I didn't schedule anything in there yet, but I think you can get a sense for how powerful this is and how this could work for you. As soon as you have a few posts in a single category, you can turn on these cues if you're using this system. The next piece also tied to this is under emails. One of the things that our marketing engine creates is a newsletter. I would typically send these under a campaign. Once you send your newsletter, you have the option under the settings to resend it to anyone who doesn't open. So you actually get multiple sends on each newsletter that you're creating. And I'll show you that setting right here. You can resend to anyone who unopens within a certain number of days, and you can even change the subject line. So now you're creating one email that's going multiple times and getting repurposed without you having to lift a finger. And those are just two awesome settings that I love in this system. So if you're not currently using a scheduler that does these things, I highly recommend you go down into the description, take a look at the links that we have, take a look at Marketecs Engine, or go to HighLevel directly. My affiliate link is there. If you use my affiliate links on any of the programs and platforms and tools that I mentioned today, you're helping me create more. It costs you nothing. As a matter of fact, if you use my affiliate links, you'll get bonuses. Highly recommended. You'll get a 30-day free trial of HighLevel. You will have to do a little bit more on your own, but you will get some bonuses. Or come and talk to me about Marketecs Engine. Hopefully you can see how much content you can create from just a fairly short video that you put together. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you were able to pick up some tips. If this sounded like it was a little bit over your head or you have questions about the tech, there is a link to book a consultation down below. Happy to talk you through it. Happy to talk more about how we help our clients, because basically our clients record the video, send it to us. We send the full package back for approval, and then we schedule it. We build the content queues. We build the newsletter. We put the blog up on the website. We do all of that for our clients. If that sounds like your speed, you just want to record a 10-minute video, give me a call. We're also the ones building their production custom GPT and giving them access to it. This is built on over 15 years of real world experience in content marketing and marketing automation. We have gone through this process with our clients to varying degrees. If you choose to run with it yourself and make some tweaks, good for you. But if you want to see what it would look like to be done for you, then click the link in the description below for a 30-minute consultation. And I'd love to chat with you about your business and see what my recommendations would be for your specific case. If you have any questions, I hope you'll leave a comment below. And if you would like me to do a hands-on workshop where I answer questions live, then make sure you like this video. For every video that gets 100 likes or more, I will promise to do a live workshop. If that's something that interests you, make sure you like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. I'm interrupting to make sure there's no confusion about HighLevel or about how to work with me. If you want to try HighLevel but don't want to waste months trying to figure it out, I have two very clear options for you to consider. If you're looking to build an agency or a SaaS business, head over to marketecs.com/HighLevel. By using our affiliate link, which costs you nothing, you will get the following bonuses. Our Marketecs Engine Core Snapshot. This is all of the features that we install in every new Marketecs Engine user account, and we're giving it to you for free as an affiliate. Our onboarding guides and access to our private community, an invitation to join our weekly live office hours where I will answer questions and share tips that I've learned throughout the week. And I'm constantly learning. There is so many new features and things to learn in this industry as a whole, not to mention within the HighLevel platform. Plus, we'll give you our additional templates, checklists, and a migration guide. That's option number one. Option two is if you are a business owner looking to improve your tech stack and you don't want to do it alone. You would like a trusted strategic partner that speaks the language, brings you time-tested automations, proven strategies, and up-to-date learning. Then go to marketexengine.com and book a consultation with me to learn more about our HighLevel agency and joining our ecosystem. I'm currently offering discounts on one-on-one consulting to our affiliates and HighLevel users. So whether you're building an agency or a business, pick your path and let's drive results.